Hey guys, David here with Northwest Outdoor Adventures. Alright, so today I was going to move the Smog canister off my SM610. Pretty easy process, so it shouldn't take too long. I got the stuff that I think I'm going to need laid out right here. Basically just some pliers to get off all the clamps on the hoses. Got myself a 12mm socket here to get the canister bracket off. And then also just some automotive vacuum caps just to kind of seal up one of the plugs here. So let's get started. I guess first of all I'm going to take off the clamps for this hose. So the main hose, the only hose that's going to remain out of the three that are coming off the canister is this top one right here. Hopefully my camera's pointed well enough so you can see it. So this is the only important one, and it's kind of extra important because this is actually where gas is going to come out of if you overfill it. So we're going to worry about that later. Right now, we'll just take it off. And of course, oh, the clamp is facing the shittiest way. Meh. So, oh yeah, I should preface this by saying I'm obviously not a professional mechanic. I'm merely a garage boy that likes to work on his bike sometimes in his free time. So, I mean, I've just gathered this information off of forums and wherever else, and I figured I'd make a video of it since I hadn't seen one. And, you know, maybe this will help somebody if they need it. Alright, so I've twisted this around, and how these clamps work, they are fairly simple. You just clamp both of the teeth on each end and lift it up like that. So that clamp is now doing nothing, and depending on how long these have been on, sometimes if they're on for a while it can really make it difficult to get off. But yeah, so this one's off, so when we take the canister off it should be able to pull down pretty easily. There's probably some teeth that it's grabbing onto, or something that's holding it on a little tighter, so might be a little difficult to get off. So this line, the smaller one coming off the canister, what we're going to do here is this whole hose will be gone, and we're going to replace this with one of our vacuum caps. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that clamp right there and use it for the vacuum clamp. So this is another poorly placed clamp, so let me see if I can wedge it to where I can actually grab it. And actually this has been broken off by the previous owner, it looks like, so that's shitty, but what are you gonna do, you know? You just gotta deal with it and carry on. And I know some of these camera angles suck, so let me have it in the comments. I don't really care. You know, I'm trying my best here, and I'll probably edit most of this out anyways, so there we go. So I got that off. So we'll just take that off. And I'm actually going to use one of these rubber hose tie downs later to help route this hose. Alright, so the bottom hose coming off the canister is just loose since, I'm not sure the inner workings of this filter. I think it's just probably a filter. I'm guessing it's taking in any kind of overflow from the tank if you overfill it, and kind of California regulations probably require them to have it so it's not just leaking straight onto the ground like we're about to do. But it looks like shit. It hangs off, and yeah, it's gonna get knocked off anyways the first time I run into a tree or something. Well, hopefully I don't run into a tree, but you know, well, you never know. So anyways, let's go ahead and take this off now. So the only bolt it looks like that's holding this on is underneath. It's kind of dark, I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here, 12mm. and hopefully we can reach it, and we can. So canister is now not attached to the bike frame anymore. We got that bolt that was holding it tightened back up, and we're ready to remove this. Let's see. And there she goes. Popped off pretty easily, really. So here you go. This thing's a piece of shit, and you don't need it anymore, so you can go burn it or do whatever you want to do. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to toss it in my old bag or something and let it be. Alright, so probably the most important thing here, and I don't know if I have time to do it properly today, is routing this hose, because we don't want gas going on our headers, because that could cause some issues. So we're going to have a proper way to route that. First things first though, let's cap off that one little port. These are standard sizes, but they will work for what we're doing. So let's grab the broken clamp that we have. Again, thanks to the previous owner. So so we're going to try to use this 532. Let's see if this works. And like I said, to use these clamps, it's pretty easy. You just apply pressure to the teeth, I guess, and once you have them down, you can slide it up and down pretty easily. So, all right, here it is, and we'll just slide that baby on there. We're gonna put it on this little nipple right here, so hopefully it'll just slide on. Okay. Okay, so that's on there. It's above the teeth. Now let's try to slide the clamp up. And this is going to be pretty problematic because, like I said, the part that the pliers are gripping to is broke. So I really wish I had a headlamp or something, but sorry guys, I'm blocking all the light. But you get the idea. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Alright, dudes, don't worry. Here we go. We got it. Well, that actually did not work. But we're close. We're close. Oh, there it goes. There we go. That's above the little ring that should catch it so it won't come off. And so there you go. Let's actually go ahead and tie this hose down so it's not just dangling all loosey-goosey. We don't need that. Gotta have some respect for ourselves. Yep. Okay, there we go. So that's somewhat tidy. And like I said before, we're left with this. And we do not want this. We don't want this dripping onto this, because gasoline and extreme heat don't mix. So the proper way to do it, I would guess, would be to actually route this possibly on the other side, away from the headers, because this hose, I'm going to assume, is connected to the gas tank at the top. And yeah, so I'm not doing that today, and I'm not going to do it in this video, but if I find a picture or something, or I'll do a follow-up video when I actually route it properly. But for now, I'm going to route, yeah, I think I'll do it down the radiator hose, and that way, if it does drip, it'll drip boop, down like that. or onto my engine case. Alright, well, that it'll have to do for now. And I'm also going to take off this clamp and save it, because you never know. Another decent option, I suppose, would be if you had a longer hose and routed down the frame. I mean off to the side, of course. Or routing it back down and through here and out the back. That's probably the best option. And that's probably what I'll do sometime this week. I'll just get a longer hose and do that. But for now, I'll just fasten it down to my radiator hose. And here's our nice little rubber tie down that we got from earlier. And we're just going to wrap her around. Oh, it's a tight one. It's a tight one, but we can do it. Okay, we got it. We got it. Alright, so that's on there. And so this will just drip down. We have it on the complete other side of the header, so it would be pretty unlikely for it to splash onto them. I think we're good, boys. I think that's it. I think that is good. Let's start her up and see what's going on. Alright, so we got the canister removed. There she is. We stole the clamps off it. I'm going to steal the hoses off it too, because you never know. You never know what you might need. Really, I mean, I'm just going to keep this in a bin somewhere and probably never use it. I'm actually tempted to just cut it open to see kind of what's in it. I'm sure there's charcoal or something to filter it. And we'll go ahead and start her up. I did read on the forums about people saying that you might need a check valve or something going through a hose, but I don't. The filter itself doesn't have any of that in it, so I don't see why you would need it. So, just saying. Okay, let's see. She's cold. She's cold. She did her best, though. So, yeah. There she is. Seems to work fine, obviously. Not that that would do anything yet, but yeah, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know after the first ride if I experience any issues with the gas or anything, and I'll do an update when I actually do the longer hose and maybe provide some pictures or something and put it in the comments. Or in the description, I guess. Alright, boys, until then, good luck riding and have yourself a good day.